Status update May 2023. First, I'm going to talk about the status update that I did in April 2023. That this was beginning of April. And I talked about several things. I talked about, well, some family things, but those I had talked about it already then, so it's no point talking about them now. So I wanted to talk about, how the progress was been, because here I talked about ChatGPT and AI and stuff like that, about this book, and I talked about it like wishing I did something with it in the future. So spoiler, I didn't do anything. Basically, I didn't touch the book. In this video I talked about how ChatGPT helped me go from 0 to 0.1 in some projects, and I got out the 0 to 1 book and said that 0 to 0.1 is hard. Well, you can watch this video. But essentially that shit has stayed at 0.1, and I haven't taken anything from 0.1 to 1, basically. I haven't built anything of what I wanted to build, and in the web development front, shit is basically the same thing, because those projects were web development basically. So I haven't advanced anything there, because I've gotten like more focused between quotes, because it's not really that focused, but that if I've done anything, it's not on that front, and it's on the video front and that kind of stuff. So I was more focused on that. I will talk about more about it later, but Then next thing, Mites Alonso, I talked about it here. I was going to go to a concert. Now the concert has passed, and I wanted to make a couple of videos about it before going to the concert, and I didn't do them. I had the idea, I even made some scripts, but they weren't good scripts. Well, not scripts, sorry. I tried to make an application, because the video was about, it was basically analyzing some lyrics, and I wanted the lyrics to be colorful and stuff like that, so I started to build some kind of application. And I started working a little bit, but I wasn't happy with it, so I scrapped that shit, and I eventually didn't do anything with it. Then I went to the concert, and in the concert, it was a good concert actually. I liked it a lot, and for like the size of the artist compared to or the recency, because he's only been like an artist for a couple of years, and this was probably one of his first shows, like his first big shows where he was headlining and stuff like that, and it was really good. It was, in my opinion, like kind of weirdly polished for it, and the vibe in the concert was very good. There was like great energy. The people who were there like really wanted to be there and really knew what was going on. There were a couple of things that did leave a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth, but and those are like the ones that come to mind first, sadly, because that's how my mind and probably many minds work. But it was a good thing, but with a couple of bad aftertastes, but nothing too important in the big scheme of things, I think. Then another thing I talked about was the GeoGuessr challenge here. A fun but potentially time-wasting activity, and I'm not sure if by this time I had already gotten a perfect score or not, but I didn't get much far from that. I basically got my score, and got my perfect score. That wasn't my aim. I was aiming to be like the best player in the community, the Madrid map, and I didn't get there. But I may resume this thing, but I'm not too sure about it. Depends on how I'm feeling, and I don't know. I'm paying for the fucking GeoGuessr thing, but I'm also paying for ChatGPT, for example, and I barely use those. So I don't know. And then I talked about it a lot. I talked a lot about a roadmap, and in that roadmap, I mentioned that I wanted to build a new roadmap, and that stuff was missing. And I talked about some stuff that I thought was missing, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that in this status update at the end. But yeah, I want to mention that I'm thinking about that too. So then, May status update. This is like the proper May status update. What has happened in this month? This is going to be a short part. I don't have a lot to say because not many things happen. But yeah, on April was very much like a down month, and especially towards the end of April. Right now it's May, right? Yeah, and yeah, I carried that energy onto May at the beginning as well, right? So there were a lot of weeks. I have it in my journal here. So yeah, I wasn't feeling really well. I was bad. I was feeling bad, and I wasn't as excited as because in this status update in the 2023 in the April one, I kind of have this I want to do stuff vibe, I think, and yeah, the actual month of April was not like that at all. Right? It was pretty down. I don't know. I was very frustrated about several things and overthinking some stuff and stuff like that. So yeah, that was basically April and kind of early May as well. And also I started walking less. So even though I kept walking and at least didn't completely crash my habits into the ground, shit got worse in that end because I was having a great streak and then it got worse towards end of April, beginning of May. Yeah, I don't know. I did start reading a book, this one, but I'm in the middle of it now. So yeah, it's some habits switched because some others switched, and yeah, it's a bit messy. But yeah, in that aspect, it was kind of bad. Well, bad, neutral with a kind of bad side of it, I guess. And then at the end of May, actually, a couple good things happened, which was nice. Some events that changed the usual vibe and routine, and that's kind of the energy that I'm carrying right now. And this is like the most recent the most recent thing. Right? So these couple of events, one was a networking event and one was meeting a friend from Twitter. Kind of those change my day, right? So I have to move stuff. Well, stuff. What stuff do you have to move if you're not doing anything? My routine is I have to move. Yeah, I have to do these activities at different times or stuff like that, right? And I can't wake up at X time. Well, actually, the waking time didn't change that, but yeah, like the things that I had planned. Well, the browsing of the internet gets postponed, so I get so I wake up the opposite of waking up, go to bed. So I go to bed way later and stuff like that. Essentially, that these things both switch up my routine a bit, so they're kind of exciting because they move my day a bit, but also it's like they get me in new environments where I have to think about new stuff. So yeah, it's nice in that sense, but because I have to think about stuff, then the things I think about aren't usually positive and bubbly. So yeah, this leads to, so what am I thinking about? What am I thinking about, right? What's actually on my mind? And yeah, on the first thing that's on my mind was friends, right? So, it's got me meeting people from the internet it's like opens up my perspective. And when shit like local elections, which happened yesterday and stuff like that, but the electoral campaign was going on from like a couple of weeks before or a month before, right? And your group chats from people or from real life people are full of annoying shit that you don't really want to read. Then it's like meeting people who are not sending that shit to you. It's refreshing, right? So it makes me question what the fuck am I doing with my life in the friends sense, right? So here, for example, there's this Sahil, very kind of Twitter bro, I guess. I don't know, not sure how to call this guy, but yeah, very popular person in these parts. And yeah, he has had these tweets that with graphs of time spent with family, how it peaks when you're a kid, and it drops down by teenagerdom, adolescence, and then when you're an adult, very low. Time with friends, same, peaks around high school, boom, drops down. College friends, I guess the curve would go like you meet them in college, so 0, then in college, boom, and you spend a lot of time with them, then the 4 years, and then either boom, hella drop down, or maybe trickling down a little bit, or for some people maybe they stay friends, but anyways, the friends curve always goes like this, right? Then time spent with partner, it's the opposite, right? It's like boom, shoots up, and then basically you're spending the fucking all your life with them until they die, basically. And children, they peak and then they go. So I was thinking about this mostly in the friends and either partner or like new friends, because if I get new friends, the curve will go like this, right? I'm 25 right now because I know that it's like this is a fact of life, right? Our paths are going to drift anyways. So if we don't work for it, the friendships won't last. But if we don't have a lot of common values, then it's like, why am I going to work for it, right? Aside from basically tradition, which is one of those values that I really don't share that too much. So it's like, it's got me thinking like that, right? And basically. And or why don't I fucking find someone why don't I spend my energy on this part, right? But so that's the friends part. That's what's on my mind on the friends side. Then another thing that's on my mind because of these recent events, which are meeting people, that social things, right? And it's basically that my social skills are so fucking bad, and I don't think that they are that bad in the live. So one-to-one or in a group setting, I don't think they are hyper bad. Well, that they are probably bad, but even still, I don't think that that's really the issue, or at least I don't really notice it when I'm present. Sometimes, I think I'm a bit awkward, but I think it's surmountable. But after, it's like I have a hard time managing my psychology on these social things. Whatever, in both things, in both events that happened, this one was like a networking event stuff, and the other one was meeting a friend. Even though they are different things, it's like in both the common thing is social ability, and in both I don't do well, right? It's like I have this written here, I cannot psychologically handle knowing the fact that my social skills are so bad, right? So during the event, I'm like, all right, let's go, let's keep this going and let's see where this goes. But when it ends, I'm like, holy fuck, what, right? Holy fuck, what the fuck happened? Or why did I don't know. I get these kind of thoughts, and I get like there are 1,000 things that I could have done better, and then I have to go like, okay, but it doesn't matter. I have to do my decision tree and remember, okay, you made a decision tree and you said, okay, no, I'm going to show you the decision tree. So this is like the decision tree I made, right? It was a Google event for a Kubernetes course. So I was like, will they let me in? Will they not let me in? If they let me in, okay, it's not that bad. I will have gone on the bus. I will have taken a little walk in that area of Madrid. I will have read a book on the bus, which is nice, right? So I have to like cope in this fucking way to just like calm my nerves. And if the building is nice, if they let me in the building, I will take a little walk inside, blah blah blah. If they catch me, then I won't get to see anything, or basically like this. If they don't catch me, in the end I didn't get to do this little walk, so basically it's like kind of I got caught and I didn't get to see anything. And I said sorry, and it was like I didn't physically say sorry, but the security guard was like this, and I was like taken, like sorryly entered into the room basically. Then the event happened. Could I follow the class? Could I not? Blah blah blah. Then these are the things, the networking things, right? If I fucked up networking or whatever, it's like I tell myself, okay, it's not that nothing matters. At least you did some people watching and you know what's happening there, right? So this is basically cope for I could have done 1,000 things better, but I'm going to tell myself that it's not that bad and shit like that, right? Basically. So I don't know. I don't have to do these things, but if I don't do these things, like I don't know. And I did this before going, right? But still after, I feel bad. Okay, so then I have this roadmap thing that where stuff is missing, right? And in the video I said I'm going to, I did say a couple of things like I think there are some things missing like community and stuff like that, but I like in these couple of months it's like maybe I haven't even really reflected on it on this roadmap context, but it's like seeing it, I am seeing this, that there is a lot of like it's not that it's missing, it's that it's missing in a huge way, and it is such a big pillar for related to some of these, well, not some of these, basically like all of the points are kind of related to that, right? All of these have this backbone of community or like friendship or stuff like that that's holding me back. So even the money part, I feel held back by this lack of community or like lack of belonging to, some, I don't know, that stuff. And lately in these couple of months, I'm coming to terms with it, right? I'm like this feeling of isolation removes my will to pursue like basically every pillar of the roadmap, right? I don't fucking care about, well, actually the only thing I do care is videos, but I don't care about making car videos. I don't care about cars. I care about cars a lot less. I always care a little bit about cars, but a lot less. I don't care about money. I don't care about coding. I don't care about, well, I always care about music a little bit, but it's like I don't feel like making music for yourself. I don't know. I don't feel like making music for myself, right? Or like I don't feel like coding for myself. I don't feel like making money for myself, or without just, I don't know, without being part of something, right? It's like, or like I don't care about cars without a car community to care about cars with, right? It's like you just can't care about cars without thinking in community terms, right? Who the fuck are you buying the cars from, right? It's like marketplace shit bores me at this place. Like car marketplaces without community are like boring as fuck. It's like the cool market opportunities are in the I don't know how to say this, casual, or in casual markets, or like in serendipity things, like connections, in like small, that kind of stuff. You get the vibe. So that's basically why I think I've been doing this online stuff a lot more, right? That's why I think this doing stuff online, being online, making YouTube videos, being on Twitter all fucking day is the revealed preference instead of this whole fucking roadmap where I wrote like 12 things and then did none of them, right? Or this status update where I wanted to do 15 fucking things and did none of them, right? The revealed preference, which is being online or which is making YouTube fucking videos that 3 people watch, it's like, it's the only thing that I'm doing because it's what I think or what I have a belief of. This We're So Early is kind of trying to channel that, right? The We're So Early video is trying to channel this sentiment of inshallah this will work or something like that, right? And that's why I'm doing it, and I want to incorporate it in the roadmap in a way that kind of in the same way that I'm doing this in the same way this event is like I made this kind of scheme for this event. It's like I want this roadmap to be like this, right? To have some kind of I get caught, I don't get caught, right? So it's like I follow through with this, I don't follow through with that. So if I don't follow through with that, this means, and I have to kind of figure out what the fuck do I mean with this, right? Or like if I make videos and they get views or they don't get views, or what does it mean and what do I think about this? What do I do then, right? Do I still keep doing it? Or if I tweet stuff and people DM me, or if people don't DM me, or if I DM people or if I don't DM people, like I have to think through that kind of shit and somehow tie the other things together. Like, when the fuck are the cars coming? Are the cars ever coming? Am I going to just walk and take the bus forever? Am I going to get a job someday? Am I going to get money in any way that don't involve a job if I don't tweet? Or if I do tweet, or if my tweets flop, or if my tweets don't flop, or that kind of stuff. I have to go through that process, I think. That's what I want. That's what's on my mind right now. I'm not sure if I will do it so explicitly, or if I will do something like this video where I try to talk it through at least, or if I will just write it for myself. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do, but that's what's on my mind, and that's like my status update of end of May. And that was it. This is a video. I assume it's part of my 100 video series. You can check whatever out, and bye.